well and kind of limited in practice, but kind of got back to knowing some more team stuff today, some more individual stuff today, so I think he'll be fine.
What was his injury?
It's a growing injury during the season.
So that was not something that surprised y'all?
No.
To come in, you knew he was going to be?
Yes.
How much does he need in your mind? Obviously, he's plenty experienced, but you haven't seen him much, so what's the balance there?
Well, I mean, from a competition standpoint, they all need work. I bet those guys come out and compete every single day and be consistent.
What has Mon kind of showed you coming into this spring after, kind of breaking out a little bit last year?
He's a tough guy, man. Very versatile player. Kind of plays a bunch on special teams for us as well, and I think he's probably been the most consistent guy. Obviously, you just talked about Rico already, but between him and AJ, the most experienced guys I have in the room, but Mon does a really good job of having a really good attitude for the most part every day and competing.
Does that reflect a little bit his history? I know a few years ago it seemed like he might be one of those guys who kind of got passed by a little bit, and he kind of fought his way out of that. Do you kind of see that in sort of the way he plays?
I can't say that. I obviously wasn't here in the past, so I don't know how things were in the past. But I think he's got a good mindset every day and continue to work his butt off.
AJ was with you today.
Oh, yeah.
With you. Mm-hmm. What did you see from him? Just
what I saw on tape, man, he's a hard-working guy, very explosive, has some move ability in the open field, and also has some good ball skills at the backfield. So I'm looking forward to seeing him do more, compete more, and also add more leadership to the room, which we need.
How can what he does on the defensive side of the ball translate to what he does with y'all? Is there any sort of carry over there?
Running back-wise?
Yeah, from playing DB to running back, or not even really watching?
Two different spots. Yeah. Two different spots.
Did he have any rust to knock off?
AJ? No. No, he's a ball player. He's good to go every day.
Is there a trait with this group that you feel like you're having to emphasize, a coaching point that you feel like you're having to emphasize that they maybe as a group haven't done as well as you'd like?
I think just being consistent every single day and making the most of the opportunity given to you when it comes to on the field, off the field, and also when we have a chance to win one-on-one in space, we've got to win either way by running through contact or making the guy miss. But for the most part, they're doing well.
How do you teach them in determining whether it's make a move or try to run through that contact?
Well, every player is different, but they all get coached the same when it comes to how they play in close areas. But obviously, you want to recruit guys, have the ability to make guys miss one-on-one. I can't tell a guy how to make a guy miss one-on-one. Just, you can't just kind of do it that way. But I think for the most part, those guys are doing well.
How much previous tape did you watch on your guys before you started this spring?
So I had to make a cut-up of every time they touched the ball. So I watched every time all those guys took the ball, whether it be receiving, out the backfield, or getting handoff. So
what were your impressions of Rico in that?
I thought Rico did a really good job of winning sometimes one-on-one. I thought he did a really good job of playing behind his pads at times. Struggled at times at the backfield from a receiving standpoint, but he's a really good all-around player.
I'm assuming you took notes as you watched. So what's the thing you underlined for Rico to focus on, to work on this? This is what I want to communicate to this guy.
Well, I would think him and all the guys, for the most part, it's a change in pad level. I think they all played too high at times, and which obviously affects the way you can make guys miss one-on-one, but also breaking tackles on the open field. I running through contact at the line of scrimmage by having blow-up pad level.
Is Kevin Harris running through contact?
He is. I mean, he's a bruiser. He's a one-cut downhill guy. You obviously seen the way he's built. He's built to be kind of a heavy load, heavy-footed type guy. But obviously, from a leverage standpoint, I think the toughest thing from coming to high school is being able to deal with the speed of the game, also playing lower, because in high school you never had to get behind your pads, especially a guy like his size. He could just run through everybody's tackle easily, and also understanding pass protection. He's doing well.
What do you think it is that you bring as a running backs coach that distinguishes you from other running back coaches?
Well, I can't say that. I don't watch everybody in the country, but I think just being able to have good energy, great attitude every single day, coach from my own personal experience, what I had success with, but also where I've kind of learned other places I've been.
Have you guys had Levante Valentine in practice a fair amount, or is he still mostly doing track stuff? Or?
Track.
Mm-hmm. Does he meet with y'all at all, or how much
he does.
Is he around? Yeah.
He's by myself individually. Yep. Okay. In between the schedule.
Okay. What are your thoughts from just that aspect of him, getting to sit down with him and do that?
Well, obviously I got to be able to see him in person, do something football-wise first. But I'm familiar with Levante from high school. Remember recruiting him and watching him play. Obviously a straight-line speed guy, top end-wise. Want to be able to see him change his body more, develop more into all-around tailback. Looking forward to getting him back.
You mentioned Rico and dealing with another injury. He's been injury hampered since he's been here. I mean, from what you've seen about him and learned about him, is it just bad luck in his case, or is it something that he's doing wrong that just leads to injuries?
Plays running back. Running back's a hard spot to play and stay healthy at if you play it the right way. Just because of the way you get tackled and kind of get folded up so much, it kind of just happens. Mm-hmm. Every guy's different.
With Levante, you kind of mentioned speed back, trying to develop into a more all-around tailback. Is it challenging trying to sort of integrate a pure, just a straight speed guy into sort of a rotation? Or is kind of the hope you just make him as well-rounded as you can and hope they can kind of be a little bit more interchangeable?
Well, I can't say he's just going to be a straight speed guy because I haven't seen him and had my hands on him first. I'm just saying just based on what I saw from him in high school. But obviously you want to be able to coach guys that can play on every down, play in between the tackles on first and second down, but also be effective in the pass game, whether it be pass protection, but also running routes and catching the ball in the backfield. So we'll kind of see what happens when I get my hands on him.